Welcome to the 2021 Heart of America Athletic Conference Men's Soccer Media Day. I'm Erik Bergrud, color commentator for the Kansas City Comets of the Major Arena Soccer League. Today, we are joined by Culver-Stockton College head coach Brian Davidson. Coach, how's it going today?
I'm doing really well.
So we're interviewing coaches across the Heart, and one of the themes, not at every school, but at many schools, are coaches who are leading programs at their alma mater. What does it mean to you personally as well as professionally to be coaching at Culver-Stockton College?
It's definitely something I've always looked for. I had the opportunity a couple of years back to kind of start my collegiate career under Coach Blake Cordell. So it gave me first time to kind of come back to the college, and this will be my third time between a player, an assistant, and now the head coach. So it's definitely something I always look towards. I think the program has progressively gotten better since my playing days. So I'm just looking to, again, kind of put that final push to maybe make us just more consistent in the conference. Is something I think we've been lacking in the past. So that was kind of my ultimate goal coming in, and where I wanted to see the program go is just stay consistent within the conference where I know that we can end up. But it's been a joy so far, and hope to have many more years.
Very good. So there's an old adage in organizations is they didn't tell you this in the interview. So last year was your first year as head coach, and probably came with a lot of surprises that you weren't expecting. Clearly, COVID had an impact, not just on campuses, but off campuses as well. Now that you put year one behind you, how excited are you to begin 2021 with the Wildcats?
Very. The main thing, and it was something I was actually talking to. We had an alumni game this past Sunday, and it was something I was talking to guys about, of just having that pressure off and not having something just looming over your shoulder the entire time. Where I thought we lacked a lot last year, where I didn't get an opportunity to kind of really develop what I wanted with our style. There was a point in the season where we had 3.5 weeks in between games, so it for us to get into a rhythm was really difficult. So it was something that the guys and I were really happy about this past weekend, is that we could actually do the stuff that we wanted to do, and work in our possession, work in our system. I feel really confident in the formation that we'll be doing this year, and the guys feel more comfortable with it. So yeah, not having that over our shoulders this season. I mean, of course, it's going to be a little bit obviously still, but us being fully vaccinated within the college, I think, is going to help a whole lot to stay consistent and find that rhythm. So we're buzzing for it.
And so you look to a non-conference before you get into the Heart plate. You have 4 non-conference games scheduled before you dive into Heart regular season. What do you hope to see from your team in those non-conference contests before you pivot to conference?
Like I mentioned before, just find the consistency with it, and it's something I preach a lot with the guys. We focus a whole lot on technical ability, just to make sure that the passing and everything stays the same, or as much as it possibly can. So within the non-conference schedule, what we're going to be looking for is, can we really dive into really what we do, because everyone be on the same page, and not just the starting 11. Can we have the 5 or 6 or 7 guys that are coming off the bench? Can they come in and be able to stay that consistently as well? Fortunately for us, we're starting with one of the best teams in the conference right off the get-go. So by then, I'm hoping that we can kind of hammer everything out and hit the ground running.
As a former goalkeeper, I always view that the team and the game starts from the back and moves up, but everybody wants to talk about offense first. What should Heart fans expect for you, both from an attacking perspective as well as a defensive perspective?
Movement. I think that's the biggest thing that we've been preaching, and my goal is, I'm pretty open in the way we're going to play. I mean, everyone gets to share their film. Everyone's going to know how each one to play. But the way that I'm teaching the guys is hoping that we can interchange a lot of stuff, so you can even know what we're doing, but even then still have some different looks. You mentioned goalkeepers. We will have a new starting goalkeeper this year. I think it'd be between a couple guys, but most likely be our sophomore Jack. And where we gain with him is just his ability to pass the ball, and he might be the loudest keeper in the conference. I think he would probably push like, I mean, you will hear him probably about 6 fields away. But within that, he's a very, very smart kid. And I think adds to where maybe we were lacking with Ryan a little bit last year is that vocal mentality, make sure everyone's in the right position. Jack does a very, very good job of that.
So I talked to a lot of people about how the game has changed dramatically since way back in the day when I played. A lot of the rules have changed, but it just seems like in the last couple of years, tactically, the game has changed. More teams are going high press. There's more focus on maybe a little less focus on strength like there used to be and more on individual touch and possession as well. How's the game evolved? How did it evolve? Let me say it this way. During your time as a collegiate player, and how's it continued to evolve as you've moved into the coaching ranks?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's just the intensity of the pressure. You just don't get enough time on the ball. Especially even more when you get into the professional level. You can look at teams like Liverpool with the Gegenpress, and like why they have so much success is because if you make a mistake, they're going to have someone there right on you. So it kind of goes back to the technical ability that we focus a lot on. I teach a lot. Can you kill the ball, right? Can we keep it at our feet so then you have multiple opportunities to go with the ball? And it's also something I think we'll have more of is our pressing ability, where something we didn't have last year. And then within that, with the rise of Pep Guardiola, the focus on possession has been much, much bigger. So can we retain the ball, and are we going to keep it all the time? Probably not. There's some really, really good teams in the conference that are going to do a better job of it with us. But can we maximize our time when we do have the ball? Can we slow things down, gain our legs a little bit, and then make a smart decision outside of that?
So for fans who might make the road trip across the heart to Canton for a game during the fall season, describe to them Culver-Stockton and Canton, Missouri, and if you have any good places in town recommendations that road fans might want to visit, what are they?
I'd say one of my favorite places to eat is a local, and actually the mayor of the town owns the restaurant, is Primo's. It's one of my favorite places, and the Mexican restaurant in town. It's pretty much every Thursday. I think a lot of the coaches go down there to go eat. So would definitely recommend those two places. But I mean, I know it's going to be selfish thinking this, but I think our campus is one of the best looking campuses in the conference. The way that we sit up in the hill and you can see the Missouri River and all the surrounding, I think it's just absolutely beautiful. And then I know a lot of teams in our conference are going to love this, that we do have the new turf coming in as well. We're finishing the touches on it right now. So what's in right now, I think looks amazing, and it's going to be miles better than what we had before. So I know a lot of teams coming in didn't like it before. No, I'm with them. I didn't like it either. But having that new surface is going to be really, really nice.
So, Coach, final question. Last year was so 2020. We're into 2021. If you were to deliver a message to the student body there, to parents, to families, what would you tell them to get interested and excited about the 21 season?
Just one of the biggest things that I loved about last year was teaching the kids resilience. It was something that you just constantly had to rise over something. As like I mentioned, we had 3.5 weeks, and then our first game was again against CMU, one of the top teams in the conference. And our ability to be able to go into that game, I thought was a really, really neat thing for our guys, even if we lost the game. So what I think the biggest thing is finding that resilience throughout the season, and then for our team in general, just the positive attitude, I think has been much better with the team. I mean, I don't think I've had to even raise my voice much outside of maybe a couple occasions. Everyone's been very in good spirits. Everyone's looking forward to the season. So if you're coming to watch our team, I think it's going to be an enjoyable thing to watch.
Coach, thank you so much for your time today. Best wishes for a successful fall. Good luck with that new turf, and we'll see you when Heart season starts.
No, I appreciate you sitting down with me. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thank you.